What? Today we're going to be talking about A Whisker Away. It's about an outgoing middle school girl named Mio who's deeply in love with, guess who? A shy, reserved middle school boy named Hinode. Wow, what a cutie. Despite Mio's attempts to slide into Hinode's DMs, she's ignored. But one night, she stumbles upon a cool-ass looking tabby cat who sells masks. This guy's cool as fuck. When put on, these masks can turn humans into cats and vice versa, which sounds strangely familiar. So yeah, she turns into a cat and is instantly loved by a shy boy because animals are his escape from this horrible world where he makes pottery and shit. You know what? I'm not gonna recite the entire plot to you. Just go watch it or read this on Wikipedia. And why is it that I can't give a simple plot summary, you ask? Well, it's because this is a very convoluted film. It tries to be so many things packed into one, and this ain't a Happy Meal, kid. You can't be doing that shit. Welcome back to Is This Movie, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're gonna be talking about the movie A Whisker Away. Now, is this movie a comedy, a fantasy, a romance, an action-adventure? Is it a romantic comedy with fantasy elements? Is it a parody of fantasy, therefore making it a comedy? Was I just laughing because of how bad it was? I don't know. And it's not like a film can't encompass all these genres and be good. I mean, Stuber does it pretty well.
Please be a 5-star ride. Hey!
The characters aren't likable. Who the fuck are any of these characters, and why should I care about them? That's the question a filmmaker should answer for their audience. Although it was confusing, I kinda got the who they are part, but I still don't know why I should care. We aren't fed enough exposition to truly root for our protagonist, and the rest of the characters are NPCs.
Have you heard of the High Elves?
Halfway through the movie, I caught myself thinking, wow, I don't like Mio, or anybody really. And this makes me appreciate a film like A Silent Voice, which is, at its core, a movie about its characters, its ensemble. Every single character is used to a perfect degree. They are all memorable as hell and end up being extremely likable by the end of the film, despite their flaws. Yeah, this movie doesn't pull that off. It really doesn't pull that off. There's this one character who's the stepmom to our protagonist, and she's like an all-around good person. She tries her best to be nice to Mio, she cooks for her, she asks to have tea regularly, even though she gets denied most of the time, and she always checks up to see if everything is alright. But this fucking bitch Mio takes all of that and throws it out the window, saying that she's suffering because of how bad her life is, and that the stepmom is selfish. Even in my notes for the movie, I have her character written down as honestly just there to make Mio look like an asshole, which is, yeah, that's true. And I know that Mio's character arc was supposed to lead up to accepting her, but it's never shown. At the end of the film, it's addressed with some god-awful writing because the writers probably forgot about this whole majorly underdeveloped storyline. And this theme of blank was underdeveloped can be said about all of A Whisker Away. The story is so swept up by all these themes, gimmicks, and characters that it gets lost. The viewer doesn't know what's happening because the movie is wandering around a bubblegum shrimp trying to find its parents. True story, by the way. You can split the plot into two halves. In reality, it's 40-60. The first half is and the second half is I don't know what happened, maybe Corona, but it feels like they just gave up when half 2 rolled around. The ending is so rushed, yet it's so goddamn boring and slow. It's like the movie's running away from itself, but the movie weighs 400 pounds, so it can't go very fast, and every so often it has to stop for breaks of comedy at the wrong times. Seriously, it feels like they took a 12-episode anime and shortened it down to an hour and 40-minute film. Flashbacks flash back to things that were never said or happened. Random side characters act like they're the Avengers and have had multiple films to set up who they are. I have no clue who you are. Who are you? You were in like a couple scenes, I guess, but why are you acting like I know your life story? Why is this song playing? It doesn't even match what's going on right now. Look, the score does have its few moments, which I could find none of on YouTube, but for the most part, it's heavily misused. I found it in scenes where I thought, this would be a lot better with ambience rather than this song blaring in my ears. And I ended up wanting it in scenes that were silent. How the fuck? Let's talk about this film visually. It's a combination of 3D and traditional 2D animation, and hey, it looks good. The cell shading is gorgeous, and the depth of field imitates a real lens. You can tell style over substance was their motto while making this one. And while the visuals are strong in that sense, the viewer is never allowed a chance to appreciate these environments, due to the non-stop blabbering of the characters. Shut the fuck up! Again, just give me some ambience, man. Like Miyazaki, he knows how to do it. Oh shit, never mind, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, and the cats are fucking stupid.
The masked seller from A Whisker Away is the best character because he's a pretty kitty. And the main character kinda sucks.
Fly me to the moon and let me play